Hello, my name is Victoria Crider. I go by Tori. At first, I used to be the youngest one, and they never let me forget it. When I first joined, I was 14 going on 15. I'm currently 17 going on 18, coming soon. Well, what first drew me in, I went to an action. They had a march from 61st and Cottage Grove to your Chicago hospital, and like that, I want to say that really like got me into like doing this work because the march was extremely awesome. There were so many people out there. I didn't like know that so many youth would like be out there doing that. Like I was one of those people who think like, oh, these kids in the neighborhood, all they do is just shoot, smoke weed, and blah blah blah. But apparently they don't. And like stick around because like I like the work that I do. Although it requires a lot, it's oddly relaxing. Like it feels good to like after school come here and start doing something that will like build a better future for like the youth after me. And plus like the people here are like family. Me personally, my younger sister is a kid. I think anyone that's not a teenager is a kid pretty much. But then again, like the youth, like technically we're still kids. Like if I was to get locked up now, I would go to the juvenile prison and not the adult prison. So I'm still a kid legally. The downside to being a kid is, well, you can't vote. So like you have to like really like go through adult allies or like wait until you're an adult to like try to get things to get passed. I was so irritated when I was 16 and I couldn't vote for my president or my mayor, but yet my mayor can like take away my schools and like my access to healthcare. F.L.Y, the youth, they set up these meetings with the politicians and the officials, and we go through the meetings, and we usually come out with like some kind of outcome. Like we usually have some kind of commitment from that politician. We usually have them coming to like an event or doing a press conference or like saying like as Bobby Rush looking for funds for trauma centers. His son was affected by this. He died because there was not a trauma center near him that he can go to. He bled to death. It's totally important that the youth do this because they need to see that we're not bad kids, that we are out here trying to make changes for the better. And like the politicians see this, then they'll hop on board. And like the idiots in the world like Rahm Emanuel can see that, oh, I can't just like mess with these kids. We have like two main campaigns. One's the Trauma Center campaign and the other is the ID Home campaign. And like with the trauma center campaign, we're just trying to get a trauma center for the South Side Chicago because we don't have one on our side of the city. With the ID Home campaign, we're trying to implement restorative justice. We don't want children to be locked up behind bars, especially because the majority of children in jail these days are for nonviolent crimes. So instead of sending them to jail, we want them to invest in our youth and for them to send them to restorative justice hubs where they can like do peace circles and get to the root of the issue of why they had went and committed the crime. People be like, oh well, there's like this girl, she's always like walking down the street gangbanging. I'd be like, well, maybe if you go talk to that girl and like find out what she's going through, then like you can like mentor her. Most youth, they don't think that this kind of work is for them. They're like, oh, protesting, what that's gonna do? That's gonna be outside screaming at people with signs in your hands. But when they see that the kind of work that we do and like the purpose for it and like the outcomes we get for doing it, they go through a change because like some of our youth, it's like they used to be gangbangers. Like one of our lead organizers, he used to be gangbang, but he doesn't anymore. He's just someone to look up to, and he's only like 21. When we go out and flyer and try to get people to come to these rallies, youth are like, they're like, oh, well, I'm not going to get locked up again, or I'm not going to get locked up, period. And we're like, okay, you may get locked up for something that's totally trumped up. And then the adults still were like, oh, well, these youth are out shooting each other and killing each other. They need to be behind bars. And we're like, they're not necessarily shooting each other and killing each other. They're acting out because they don't have resources. The youth in the neighborhoods nowadays, we don't have any resources. They take away our basketball courts. You have youth out here playing basketball in crates in the alley. And then while they're playing basketball, I was like, this literally happened to us. I was one of those trying to play basketball in the alley in the crate. While we were out there playing basketball in the alley, the police came and tried to like get on that some mob action and trespassing and loitering and all that. People think that when they see a group of kids hanging out, that we're like automatically up to something suspicious. Like we're just so suspect. But usually, like, especially I was a kid. Well, not technically. Well, I'm gonna say a kid. 'Cause I'm grown. And I hung out in a group of friends. Like we're just usually like trying to figure out something to do. Like we'll be like, okay, we want to play it. Okay, you want to play tag? Okay, how about we all play for there or something like that. And it's never like, okay, we'll go rob that store. Okay, we'll go beat up that old lady. Okay, we'll go rob a bank. Like, no, we never like talked about stuff like that. We never did anything like that. Like being bad is not on our minds. Like we just want something fun to do. And like youth who like before F.L.Y were like out in the streets, like just nothing to do, not in school, just out there, be out there. They're here, they're going to GED classes, and then they're going out, they're going to school, and they're like pretty much trying to make the neighborhood better. It may not look like it, but we actually really do too much. With both campaigns, we organize completely. First, we have to like get people to organize with. Like, so we go out, we try to recruit new youth. We do summer programs every summer. We make videos to like bring more awareness and like get like people's stories out about how they're being affected by this. We go out, we flyer to other people. We come based on the South Side, so those are people most directly affected by the issues we organize around. So we try to get them, for one, aware of the issue, because like when we first started organizing around it, no one knew that, well, one, what a trauma center was. People thought that was just an emergency room. They didn't know that if you got shot right here, you couldn't go to the hospital that's right down the street from your house. You have to go outside your community for that. We do a lot of community stuff too. Like we go out in the communities, have barbecues, where we just like set up a boom box, the grill, invite people over, we just chill. Like there's food, dancing, bouncy houses at times.